Alright, welcome back everyone. So in this video we're going to go over how to change out a traditional switch with a motion sensor or occupancy switch. Alright, so first thing, you need a flathead screwdriver to get the cover plate off. Something to keep in mind, you might want a sharp knife to cut around the cover plate if someone's painted right up to the cover plate. That way you don't damage the paint trying to get it off. Alright, here I'm removing the screws holding the switch in with a number 1 green Robertson. I'm putting the screws back into the threads for the cover plate. It's a nice way to keep track of your screws. It's also a good idea to turn the power off. In this case, the power is still on. So right here I'm testing to see which wire is hot, and I'm putting a red on it or a cable nut just so I don't accidentally touch it. So it's a little hard to see here, but there's only 2 wires in this box, which means power goes to the light first and then comes down 1 wire and goes through the switch and back up the other wire to the light itself. The problem with that is if you're installing anything other than a traditional switch, if you're putting in a smart switch or this occupancy sensor switch, they do require a neutral wire, and there isn't one there. Now in this case, the manufacturer says in a retrofit, if there is no neutral, you can use the ground wire. And you can see that on this switch they actually put a little green sleeve on it. And so if you were in a newer house, you would take that green sleeve off, revealing the white wire underneath. That would get connected to the neutral. Alright, so next up is connecting the 2 black wires from the switch to the remaining wires in the box. Now because this is a single pole switch, meaning one switch controls the light, it doesn't matter how you hook them up. If you had 3 wires on this switch, it would mean that it's a 3-way switch, and it does matter how you hook these wires up. But in this case, it's pretty simple. It's a little hard to see, but this last wire, when I connect it together, I'm actually using the wire nut because this is the hot wire, so you do not want to touch it with your fingers. As soon as I do that, you can see the light came on. Alright, the rest is pretty self-explanatory. Put the switch back in, put the screws back in it, make sure it's straight, and then put the cover plate on.